Hello, my dears. This is Annette of AnnetteLeonard.com, back with another moment for chronic wellness. I appreciate you being here. We are continuing to explore the question of how do you manage getting yourself fed and negotiating food with chronic illness. And this is a hard one. So we have explored a number of things, and this week, or today, I am going to be talking about the idea of having food swaps. So this does require that you or someone in your house do a bit of cooking. And whether this is preparing a soup or a casserole or figuring out something to put in a crock pot with a sauce, it does require you to do a bit of cooking and have somebody else in your life who also does a bit of cooking. And whether that is a friend or a family member or a colleague, the idea of a food swap is that our household prepares something, their household prepares something, and we each share half or some portion of what we make with one another. And I don't know about you, but I only have the tolerance to eat the same thing at every meal for a couple of days in a row before I'm really tired of eating that same thing. And so this extends what you have to eat by swapping with another household so that they have something more to eat and you have something more to eat without doubling the workload. And one of my favorite ways to make this possible for me is to have pre-made sauces, and these can come in packet form or jar form. For me, it's often Indian sauces because I really love like a tikka masala or a korma, and I buy those in a jar or a packet, and I mix them with a can of coconut milk and a pound and a half of chicken thighs, and I put them in a crock pot and I leave them. And then about an hour before it's done, I pop in a bag of frozen carrots and cauliflower and broccoli. And then I have a meal that includes a sauce and vegetables and chicken. So that is a go-to thing that I can make in a crock pot with 4 to 6 hours. And so then I take half of that meal with a friend that I've arranged to give half of it to, and sometime during that week, the friend then has a half of meal that they've made that they give to me. And while it might be intuitive to swap on the same day, to think, oh, here I've made my meal, let me give you half, you've made your meal, give me half, it's often nicer to not do it on the same day. So if I give you half on Monday, then you can eat for Monday and Tuesday. And then if you give me half on Wednesday, then we can eat on Wednesday and Thursday. And there we've almost filled the whole week with those 2 meals, one that each of our households prepared. So that's today's idea is, can you or someone in your house? In my house, that's my wife. She is more often the cook now, even though that used to be something I very much loved to do. But energy these days does not afford many opportunities for me to get in the kitchen. I've just told you one very simple thing that I do. Please sound off. Tell us how you do food, and if you have links to any really simple favorite recipes that you can actually get in the kitchen and prepare, we would of course be eager to know about those, because any way to make this a little easier and to shift some of this burden that is feeding ourselves with chronic illness, we all need to know. Thanks so much for being here. I am grateful for your time and attention. And until we're together again, be well.